Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is my very first YouTube video. I don't have a fancy camera, I don't have a fancy mic or anything like that, but those things are all in the works as I get used to this, but I thought that I would start with just beginner basics so I can get this down. So first I want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Jenna Chittum and I am a bodybuilder in the NPC, and one day I want to go pro. So that's going to be a lot of what my channel is based around, but anything fitness, nutrition, I'll do questionnaire videos, all kinds of stuff like that. I'll do recipes and a bunch of fun other stuff. So if you could like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it, and I will work on getting some really good content out here for you guys. So my name is Jenna, like I said, and I am a bodybuilder. So the reason that I got into bodybuilding is because I saw this girl at the gym and she was like muscular and she was ripped, like she looked so good. And so I went up to her and I was like, hey, I just wanted to tell you, like, you look so great. I can tell you work really hard in the gym. And I was like, are you an athlete? Is there anything that you're training for? And she was like, yes. She said, I'm a bodybuilder. I do figure. And I was like, oh, wow, that's so cool. And she was like, have you ever watched bodybuilding show? You know, stuff like that. And I was like, no, I haven't. She was like, you should look into it. And so then I saw her a few more times at the gym, and I asked her what class what division she think I would do good in. And she looked at me and she said, you could do bikini. But she told me right off the gate that my quads were probably too big for a bikini. And this was way back. This was in probably, gosh, probably 2015 or 14 when I talked to this girl. But anyway, so I took her advice and I stopped training quads as much, but I was still training quads. Anyway, I'll get into that into another video, like what the criteria is for bikini. But anyway, so that's how I got into all of this. I was a gym goer, but I just kind of went in there and I had my own split set up, but my nutrition wasn't there. And then I discovered counting macros. So I started doing that and I started logging my food. And then about when I was 22, I really started taking things pretty serious with my nutrition and making sure I met those goals every day. And I lost 25 pounds and I was not miserable. I was so happy. I looked so good. I could fit into all of my like smaller clothes again. So that was amazing. And then I found out that I was pregnant. And I was actually in the middle of my very first prep, and I was prepping myself. And I got down to 125 and I was still probably like, let's see, probably like 6 to 8 weeks out. So I was on the right track as far as my weight was going. But yeah, so I had to obviously opt out of that, and I was pregnant and I gained weight while I was pregnant, a lot more than I had intended. Even though I worked out the whole time that I was pregnant, I ate food, and especially from being in a caloric deficit for so long, my body was just like, give me all the food. Especially because I was pregnant. So I ended up gaining like 50 plus pounds when I was pregnant with Silo, which I will introduce him to you guys in one of the videos. But yes, so I had to start all over and then some. So then I coached myself again, and I really wanted to do a show before my son was a year old. So 8 months postpartum, I did a show. I should have been a lot leaner, and I'm glad that I went and I got the stage experience, but I do wish that I would have waited for an emotional factor, because I was like, oh man, you know, I didn't place good and all this stuff, but I was damn proud of all the weight that I had lost. So then I was like, you know what, I think it's time for me to hire a coach. So a friend of mine that lived in Lubbock, Texas, she recommended me to Gina Scafolio, who is my current coach. I've been with her for 2 years, and she has prepped me one time, and she did amazing. My body is pretty stubborn, but we were able to push through, and last year at my first show of the year, I got a first call out. It was an amazing feeling. And then we took the rest of 2019 to reverse diet, and I was adherent to that pretty well. Not as good during the holidays. May have gained a few more pounds of fat than I needed to, but overall, pretty good off season. Gained a lot of muscle, put a lot of muscle on in my upper body, as you can see. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've really been working on my upper body. But so then we started the prep for this year, and my progress has been so slow. We started progress beginning of March, or started prep beginning of March, and I've only lost 8 pounds since then. So that's, you know, a pound a month-ish. Well, let's see, I guess I've been May, June. Yeah, that's like a pound and a half a month, and I should be losing a pound a week, roughly. So yeah, it's been pretty frustrating, and I was already feeling during my off season feeling some fatigue and just not feeling like myself, so I went and got blood work done, and it showed that I had low vitamin D and low vitamin B. So now I am on a medical grade vitamin B and a medical grade vitamin D, and it helped so much, you guys. It helped so much with my mental clarity, my energy, everything like that. But here recently I've still been having those feelings of fatigue and tiredness. So I actually had a doctor appointment today. We did a FaceTime, a virtual doctor's appointment with Dr. Jordan. She's based out of Abilene, Texas, and she's a hormone doctor, and she does all kinds of different studies. So I talked to her today, and what I think has been going on with me is possibly estrogen dominance. As everybody knows, everybody has estrogen, men and women, but it's a womanly hormone, and it is what makes your breasts swell. It's what gives you like all your womanly characteristics. And with how slow my progress has been, it's just another sign of estrogen dominance. It could be that, or maybe some kind of issue with my thyroid. So we talked about that today, and she's putting me on a medical grade, I don't know what you would call it. It's a medication. It's called DIM. And so she recommends this to a lot of her female clients, especially the ones that are having trouble losing weight. So I'm going to try that out for 6 weeks, and then we're going to have another appointment, and I'm going to see if I can break this plateau that I'm on. Right now I'm 137 pounds, and my estimated stage weight is to be around 115. So I've still got a long way to go till I get to my stage weight, and we're already getting a little lower calorie, and cardio isn't high, but it's higher. So so we're just a little concerned, why aren't you progressing like you normally are? So we're gonna see if it's something to do with my estrogen or something to do with my thyroid. She's also putting me on like a low dose of thyroid medication, and I've had blood work done with her. I've been with her since the beginning of this year, and I've had several appointments with her already. So it's not like I've never met this woman, or we don't have any blood work or anything to go off of. So definitely don't self-diagnose. Go to a doctor if you know something's going on with yourself, or you feel like it is. But yeah, so that's kind of how I wanted to start my YouTube series, if you will. I want you guys to go along with me on this journey, and I hope this can help anybody that's been having trouble losing weight, whether you're a bodybuilder or just a person in everyday life that has dieted and stuck to their diet and done their cardio and done their lifts, and they're still at a plateau. Because that's what's happened to me, you guys. I'm not just cheating on my diet here and there and not losing weight. My coach tells me exactly when I can have a cheat meal. She tells me exactly when I can have a refeed. She tells me exactly how much water to drink a day, exactly how much cardio, and I execute those plans. And I've seen results. They're just very, very slow for the rate that I should be progressing. So my doctor knows everything about my prep. She knows my calorie intake. She knows everything that's going on with me. So I'm excited to see if these medications help me out. And if you guys want to keep following along on my journey, please hit like and subscribe. And to end this video, I'm going to show you guys how I make my protein frappuccino. So to end this video today, I'm going to show you guys how I do my protein coffee. You're going to need whipped cream, any brand is fine, almond milk, I get the unsweetened vanilla, and then you're going to need your protein. I use Ghost chips ahoy. It's delicious. And then you will need a little blender. And then don't forget your coffee if you would like to have a little bit of boost of energy. I'm going to be working out here in about an hour, so I definitely want some coffee. So I'm going to add 8 ounces of coffee. You're more than welcome to add as much as you like or as little as you like. Okay, so I added in my coffee there. I'm going to do 100 grams of almond milk. Okay, and I'm weighing everything out. And then we're going to need some ice. Then we're going to do a nice scoop of protein here. Nice big scoop. And then we will blend all of this up. And close the lid. Looks like we're all blended. So good. It's not hot, Bubba. That's Silo. I'm definitely going to introduce him to you guys. So what I like to do for my whipped cream, weighing it out here on my little scale, I do a little bit on the bottom, just like that. Pour this on the top. Those are all little chocolate chunks coming out of there. Delicious. Then I add just a little bit on top. Yum. That's 7 grams right there. A serving of this is 5 grams. So I will need to log 12 grams of whipped cream. And then I just grab me a straw. Boom. And we have is a very delicious treat. Hello guys, so this is my current physique, 137 pounds. It is July 6, 2020. As you can see when I turn around here, I carry a lot of fat in my lower body. That's how I always have been, but this is why we possibly think it could be estrogen dominance, just because I'm having a really hard time losing weight and it all kind of gathers down there. But there's nothing wrong with my physique, you guys. It's great, it's balanced, it looks good, but in order to get to an elite conditioning, I need to be at a much lower weight when it comes to stage time. So here is my starting point physique. I weighed 145 pounds. So I've lost 8 pounds, which is great, but it's taken me 4 months. So that's why we're looking further into why my progress is so slow. And that's why I'm starting this channel. So if anyone else is going through the same thing, hopefully I can help you guys relate a little bit. But I appreciate your time, and please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.